is split pushing bottom against Keen, level 15 to level 16, as Last Whisper was the item purchase. He's forced to Rift Walk away. That barrel lands, and Xie uses even more of his mana to back out, but the Cloud Dragon has spawned, and they've got control over mid and bottom. Team China could just take the consolation prize instead of looking for a pick, but that leaves them off the side of the map with that Baron.
This kind of changes things. The fact that Xie can't take that 1v1 versus Keen, but here we go, Ruler's caught out.
Ming has found him, that's Blade of the Ruined King, looking for the stun and lands it. Call of the Forge, got in the cast, pulls him back in, he flashes sideways to dodge the knockup. Ming tanking these hits, but flashes away. Uzi steps up, and that's Core JJ flashing out of this as Keen lands a big hit, but Uzi's still standing.
So close to get the kill on towards Ruler. That was a perfect cast from the Gragas. But they know that he's had to a base now, which means the pressure is there towards Baron. If I'm China, you just started.
The wave is pushed in. Uzi's back at full health, and like you said, Baron could be what Team China turned towards. There's lots of vision from Team Korea and Faker sitting in the river. Seeing that, Team China instead just to set up some vision, play it safe, and play it defensive. They don't want to risk turning it or taking any team fight that could go sour because death timers are getting pretty big. While they still have an advantage, it's not as large as it once was. Only 2,500 gold lead for Team China.
Yeah, lost team fight will turn into an inhibitor for sure. And that's where the problem is lying here because China found that window. Base timing on the AD carry should have meant Baron for them, even a better team fight if Faker and Score tried a challenge. But they decided against it, which means that the threshold for what makes a better team fight for China is a little higher. It means that they need to get a better cast if you are MLXG.
And that's constantly playing around the vision, looking for those flanks like we just saw onto Ruler and Core JJ. 3 summoners down on them means they could try to look for the same 2 players, but already Team Korea are moving as a unit to deny that. Mercurial Scimitar has been picked up by Uzi, so he is absolutely huge at 4 full items, level 15 in this game. But once again, despite a strong and absolutely dominant laning phase from Team China, Team Korea have been able to stall it out and deny any further presence from Team China. They made it all the way to the inhibitor res, but they haven't been able to break down the base and get closer towards the Nexus than just that push. But, ooh, that Paddle Star, very close. Sleepy Trouble Bubble forces him to feign back and Score, lands an Undertow.
This is because there's no wave clear here from China. Ornn and Kassadin need the setup, and here's one.
That's the Call of the Forge God. Cannon Barrage steps forward. Faker forced to flash away. Ming with a 3-man knockup. Core JJ looking to go in from the side. They found Xie. He activates the Zayas, but Uzi steps up, finds himself the first kill. Blade of the Ruined King. Heal matches at the flash. The auto, he gets the double kill. Cleanse to get away from the Sleepy Trouble Bubble and finds himself yet another kill.
It was just enough, and it was so close too. Xie would have died in that situation, but he had the Zhonya's, held it tight, stayed alive, and that's a 2-for-0 for China.
Now the Baron is started. Blue Trinket spots this out, but with Let Me tanking, Team China are going to shred through its health. Uzi is huge. Score and Faker along with Keen are in the mid lane. They're not even going to risk heading over towards the pit with Xie zoning them away. And the Baron goes down. Team China are back in the lead.
What a series this is. Every time you have any doubts towards China and them being able to find a team fight versus Korea, they get thrown away immediately. Good picks across the board. It starts with a triple knockup coming in from Ming. So take a look at this, because this is key. Horn slowing down Faker. By the time the fight really starts, Faker's out of it. There's no way he wants to join this anymore. And then you can see people grouping up. First kill from Uzi. He follows it because he's got that movement speed. He flashes forward too to get the second one. He is massive this game.
Oh yeah. 9-0-2. He has truly come into his own, perhaps ascending to that top tier status that he has been chasing ever since Rift Rivals, ever since MSI. And now, could it be enough to close out this Game 3 and bring Team China to 1 win away from taking the gold medal? Still, they've got the Baron buff, they've got the opportunity to siege, and Xie is heading back bottom to finish off that inhibitor that has been started so long ago.
Right now, Uzi's packing a punch. He's got his Zeal as he's closing up his item build, and it's now getting multiplied by the Infinity Edge. It's just been there, giving him 60% crit for a little bit, but now as he's starting to close out his build, he'll be at 100% once he's finished it up. So really well done. Uzi's going to be who you play around.
Bringing in these Baroned up creeps all the way to the middle inhibitor turret. Xie is escorting the wave bottom as Let Me is trying to stand bodyguard along with Ming in front of Uzi. But
wow.
whoa, Xie and Ming find a kill onto Faker. Uses the ignite, but with no flash, he doesn't escape. And suddenly this siege became a whole lot scarier.
It's all going to be on this next wave. Kassadin's just going to look at his watch. He's like, all right, yeah, sure, three of you, do what you want. But the mid lane is what you have to focus on. The dive is so real, and Kassadin is going to be there to join him.
Xie still ready for the flank, clearing out the minion wave, lands some damage onto Keen, but that's the Predator. Middle inhibitor turret goes down. Now they're turning onto the mid and bottom inhibs at the same time. Mid goes down, but Uzi backs away, leaving Xie to finish off the bottom. It too will fall, and Team China take their advantage and don't risk it, backing off.
Conceding the world, Korea is. The fact that they just conceded their mid lane tower and inhibitor really showcases how confident they were that they were just going to lose that fight. So don't even want to touch it. 2 inhibitors down now. This is going to be one more fight to end the game.
And this is Faker looking for a flank on the side. Let's see how he ends up getting caught here. Core JJ is there.
So going back bottom lane is important because the Kassadin is how they got the kill. You had to be looking for it.
There it is. The portal jump and just lands the CC with Xie the exact same moment he steps up, landing the damage to burst that Zoe down. And with no flash, Faker again, no chance of escaping. Super minions now mid and bottom. Baron about to wear off for Team China, but they've still got plenty of time to put pressure on the map and look towards that final inhibitor turret.
It always comes down to how focused you are to play your style out. Playing a Zoe this late in the game, you're just looking for that one great Sleepy Trouble bubble to get the poke down. But if you're just focusing all on that, you'll lose full vision of what's happening behind you. So yeah, Kassadin's been there for some time in the bottom lane, and he was just so zeroed in on the push on mid lane that he completely forgot about it.
Now the top tier 2 has fallen. Team China alongside Uzi and Let Me looking for the inhibitor turret. The wave crashes in. They just saw Keen bottom. He's got teleport and cannon barrage, but makes his way out of the base. Sleepy Trouble bubble, but Ming is zoning them away. The final inhibitor turret goes down. Let Me steps up, sidesteps the barrel, and they make their way out of the choke point. They do not want to risk Core JJ getting a flash engage, locking Uzi down long enough to kill him, because he is all of Team China's gold right now. But they still manage to take the turret and back off, and super minions continue to push mid and bottom.
This is just the worst situation for a Zoe player. Any poke she gets down, not really going to last on the tanks that walk forward. Gragas, Ornn, and Alistar just using their heads, walking forward and giving space towards Kassadin and Xayah. Just going to try and for this inhibitor. Now, they've got a cannon wave behind them. So I wonder if that's going to be enough, because you think this is bad.
Xie is pushing in mid. Super minions are still pushing in bottom. It's 90 seconds to the next dragon, but still no Baron just yet. MLXG gets split off from his team. Score thinks of engaging, but that's the call of the Forge God. Faker gets his flash, immediately forced to use it. Cannon barrage, looking for the disengage. Core JJ still holding on to the flash quickness, but decides not to follow the barrage, and Team China bait out the ultimate.
Yeah, no ulti from GP. They're going to go all in to get this inhibitor now.
MLXG body slams forward, but Core JJ doesn't flinch, holds his ground. Good knock up onto 2. The follow-up from Ming. He's found it, and Ruler's already dead. Uzi steps up as they're chasing in, and Core JJ is forced to use the quickness to disengage. Uzi continuing to look for damage.
In and out from Xie. So every single time they try and focus him down, he just jumps out of the fight.
Uzi steps up. He's looking for score, and he finds it. Finds a double kill. Turns onto Core JJ under the fountain. He goes low and gets the triple. Core JJ survives, but Uzi sees the opening, and he takes it as he turns onto the Nexus turret and breaks it down. Team China are 1 win away from taking the gold medal.
Match point, tournament point. They are so close to being able to nail it down, and you are seeing a much more patient China. People's Republic of China recognizing that they have the composition to end the game. Uzi had all of the check boxes listed. Fed, 6 items, he's got it. The tanks all in front of him, he has the safety. And so all he needed was his front line to move in. You can hear it from the crowd. They are that close to being able to take the gold medal.
Only one game away. They show the confidence that they need. They set up with a snowball during the lane, and despite Team Korea slowing things down during the mid-game, they still find the openings that they needed to break the game open. Playing off of Let Me's horn, landing those massive Call of the Horde God, and picking up